Oh God, I've not put everything on. Oh, Lucy Brock's in the house. Hello, Jessica Herbert. I'm just going to share this out on my social media, and then I'll be right with you guys. Thanks for joining. Hi, guys. Just sharing this to Facebook, and then I'll be straight with you. Boop. All right, a few people coming in. Join me live. Post. Okay. How is everyone? Oh, and patrons, if you're watching this on the replay, thank you for your continued support. I really appreciate you. Just finding you guys on the computer so I can see your comments. Oh God, Gemma's walking around in the background, confusing the issue. How's my sound, guys? Please, can you hear me good? Let me just come down. Let me come down to your level. I'll just lower myself to the viewers' level. I didn't mean it. Please don't go. Just plugging you in, just getting set up, and then we'll get to your questiones.
I don't know if people come on to see you and you insult.
They know I mean it. Don't mean it. You know I don't mean it. Right, why is this computer just gone horrible? Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh no. Sorry, guys. Oh, Gem.
Yes.
I've got something to whisper
No,
to you.
Purple Piplop's here. Hi. I'm not falling for it.
Hi, Purple Piplop. How are you, my lovely? Playback doesn't begin. Restarting your device. Sorry, guys. I just need to restart my computer because it's being slow, and I can't read the messages on the phone screen because they go too quick. So I'm just going to shut down my laptop and then reboot it and just talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I'm good. Thank you, Purple Piplop. Yeah, really good. I've had a fun Tuesday in London. Do you guys, do any of you guys follow me on Instagram or Facebook? Does anyone know what I was doing in London yesterday? Comment below. Comment below. I'm interested. Oh, Beth's been watching me. Log out. No, not Safari. I want to turn the computer off. Shut down. Yes. Hi, Alex. How are you? Or Mr. Alex. So, in case you don't follow me, I was in London. I was hanging out with Kelly Bright of EastEnders. I've not watched EastEnders in about a million years, but I understand she's running the Queen Vic now. And I was hanging out with, same surname as me, Harry Curtin, who is in Peaky Blinders. Do you guys watch those shows? Yeah, 1 second. Just signing back into my computer. Sorry, guys. We're almost there. Yeah, anyway, so I was in London hanging out with these celebs. Yeah, I am treating you this week. Yeah, I'm not actually allowed to say what we were filming for, but we were filming a video, which is going to be an advert. It's going to be very exciting. There's a few celebrities involved, actually, and those were two that I met yesterday. And also this lovely vegan fireman in real life, Nathan. He's in it as well. And it's like a spoken word piece all about veganism. And we all have a line each. And then basically the video morphs from one person to the next. Oh, but shut up, Lucy. I wasn't meant to say who it was for. I didn't know I wasn't meant to say. Oh God, Lucy, can you delete? Can you delete that? I've got a bit red. Anyway, yeah, Conor morphs from one person to the other. So when I'm sort of talking about my sports performance benefits, and the last time I lift up this barbell, it'll like lift up the screen. That'll be the transition, and I'll come on to the next person. And it's all very. Thanks, Lucy. I forgot I'd said. Oh, I'm gonna get shot. Oh, I hope they're not watching. Well, at that time, I didn't know, to be fair, so see me. No, don't see me. Right, we seem to have your comments now, so I'll try and catch up. Oh, Bob's in the house. Family Freedom. Check out those guys if you've not already. Go and subscribe to them. They are an amazing vegan family. They're doing homeschooling with little Jojo. He's an amazing little boy, really bright. I think he's the future of veganism. And he's getting trained up in lots of wonderful things that, you know, not a load of nonsense that you don't need to know that you learn at school, but actual useful, real life. Oh, he's such an amazing. I can't tell you. Go and subscribe to those guys. You will love their content. Yeah, and so Bob was there from Family Freedom yesterday with the filming. I'm good, thank you, Jessica. How are you? Nathaniel Cheeseman's in the house. Courtney Wakefield, Chubby Vegan. Eloise is in the house. Bess Coney. Zach Telly. Hola. I don't know what that means about pasta, but that's cool. Fragma. Steve Atkin. Hi, Paul. Would you be doing any more videos regarding different high protein meals? Yeah, I'll bang some out soon for you. I want to do more recipe videos, actually. Recipe videos don't get a lot of views straight off the bat for me, but people do go into the playlists and they do get some love, and they're sort of slow burners. So it might be worth getting a few of them in the bank, and they're slowly gathering momentum. Impractical Banter's in the house. You can hear me good. Excellent. Are you new to the channel or the live streams in Practical Banter, or have you not commented before? I don't recognise your name, but I am quite stupid. Are you a vegan person, and where in the world are you, and how's the vegan scene there if you are a vegan person of vegan persuasion? I just haven't commented. Well, thanks for commenting today. It's lovely to connect with you, my friend. Whereabouts are you in the world? Oh, Leeds. I love Leeds. I did the winter fair last year, I think it was. I love Leeds. It's a very beautiful. Is it a city, Leeds? I don't even know, or is it a town? No, it's a town, isn't it? Because I was in the town hall. Anyway, it's a very beautiful place. A lot of vegans there. Oh no way! Are you the little Asian lad? If that was you, you made my day. You were so funny. So check this out, guys. Check this out. So I've gone in the VIP section at Leeds Winter Fair, and everyone's kind of making a fuss of me. And this lovely little Asian lad wanted a photo and whatever, and he was really nice. And everyone's making a fuss because, you know, among a tiny little group of people, I'm quite sort of popular, I suppose. And then I went out, I think, and I went to come back in. And he said to me, "Can I see your stamp?" As though he didn't know who I was. Everyone was laughing. He was so funny, just like quite a young lad. Dude, you're gonna go far. You are hilarious. That was so good to meet you. It really made my day. Yes, that's right. I did coach your dad, didn't I? Yeah. That's right. That was right. He came to see me. Yeah, and he was lovely. Oh, you're very welcome, my friend. You're going to go far. You are really cool. And thanks for the love. Right, where are we? He loved it. Oh, that's great. And is he keeping up with the nutrition and whatnot? Gregor P's in the house. Katsado. Oh, why was I there? Yeah, so that was the filming for that advert that's coming out. You guys will see that kind of mid-December, I believe. Oh, Nathaniel's got to go. Thanks for joining, my friend. See you next time. By the way, guys, I'm going to try and get on here like 3-4 times a week if I can.
Just going to the shop for some oats.
Oh, God. Are you all right?
Yeah, it's not dark yet.
Okay. Well, don't talk to any strangers.
Okay, thanks for worrying.
Yeah, that's all right. Right, where are we? Avinash, are you taking a B12? Yeah, everyone needs to take a B12. Anyone who thinks you don't need to take a B12, the science does not support that. We do store it in the liver, but it does get used up, and it is irreparable nerve damage if you are deficient for long enough. You know, I think some people don't like to take it because it feels like, oh, if the vegan diet was right, we wouldn't need to take a supplement. Well, the fact is that we evolved in a time, the environment has changed, you know. We were by the equator with the sun on our bare skin year round. So there's your D3 or your 1,2,5-dihydroxycalciferol, as it's actually known. It's not a vitamin, it is a hormone which we make, which the dairy industry basically started this fallacy that it's a vitamin because they wanted to sell you their milk, which they put it into. And so, yeah, so B12, you know, we used to get it from like untreated water, possibly from soil as well. It's from microbes. It's like a waste product from bacteria. And now we sterilize everything, and which is good because we're not getting, you know, certain diseases, infectious diseases. But no, we're not getting the B12, so we just need to add it back in. So it's not unnatural. It's just that the goalposts have moved. Like the environment has shifted, and the people with the most nutrient deficiencies are not whole foods vegans. Like everyone else has the more deficiencies. We get the most of nearly every nutrient, but we don't get sat, fat, trans fats, cholesterol, artificial hormones, antibiotics, heterocyclic amines. There's a list as long as your, I don't want to say arm, I want to say like whole body from fingertip to your toe. Like it's just so many negatives that you don't need. No one's dying of deficiencies. Everyone's dying of excess, and it's mostly cholesterol, sat fat, and trans fats clogging up their arteries. And there's no denying it. It's just too much. There's too much data now. Nathaniel's already gone, I think, but he said, I met you at the vegan fest in Norwich. I got you all off with my sister. Oh, I probably did a few that day, so I can't remember the name, and I can't see your thumbnail, but you are probably pretty awesome. Huh. Oh yeah, that's what I was starting to say. So I'm going to try and stream. Oh, really, ideally, I'd like to do a video or a live stream most evenings. So I don't know whether I'll say 6 p.m. just to make it so I'm definitely on in time. So I may say 6 p.m. more often than not on the daily will be a video or a live stream for you. I made a decision today, and I really love my job as a nutritionist, as a personal trainer. It brings me a lot of joy. You know, I'm changing people's lives. You know, and they're very grateful. And the best feeling in the world is to help someone, and like they're appreciative, and it's very cool. Oh, I can mention that it'll be January. I'd accidentally let it slip the other day on the stream, I think, Bob, and then someone said today, that's for January. I forgot I said that. I went all red. What was I saying? Yeah, I've made a decision. I want to go full-time YouTube. I want to go full-time because I can reach thousands of people with live streams, with videos. When I'm working one-on-one, like it's great. You know, I love connecting with people and helping them. But if I'm putting like hours a week into one person, that's hours a week. I'm not putting time into thousands of people. And I've had enough. Like I've made a decision today. I want to be full-time on YouTube. And since the last live stream, like 2 people have become Patreons. And I remember I was live streaming a few months ago, like daily, which at the time was like hurting the channel, so I stopped doing it. But I noticed live streams don't get so many views, but they do grow what in the industry they call super fans, which is people that are willing to share your, share your videos, share your live streams, perhaps donate or buy your products or services because they like your mission and they want to help you. And so, yeah, I think that's it. I'm going for it now. And I really appreciate all you guys, who help me out in terms of likes, comments, if you support me like monetarily. The finance thing is great, but also even just sharing videos, that just gets my channel to grow quicker. And I really do appreciate you. Let me rip into the stream and try and get more up to date, and then I'll answer your questions and whatnot. Michael Askew is late as usual. Rad. How do you feel about Chris Vegan Zombies? I've not even heard anything about that. AS Van Hoos, veganism fix my gastrointestinal issues. Very good. Thank you, Lucy. I slipped up there. Guys, I'm just going to skip forwards a bit. If I miss your comments or questions and you want them spoken to, just repost them and I'll answer them. Lucy, do you guys consider keeping carnivorous pets vegan? Oh, that's a horrible one, isn't it? So, we had cats before we went vegan, and then that's a huge dilemma. Over the course of several months, we finally decided we couldn't keep funding the death of other animals, even though we love these animals. And if these animals become sick and it's our fault, we're going to feel horrible. But I was feeling horrible anyway, and did a lot of research and found out that a good quality, complete vegan cat food, for most cats, they do really well on it. They seem to thrive. Tried it, our cats love it. They actually prefer it, not a word of a lie. And, we spoke to hundreds, well, not hundreds of people. We spoke to a lot of vegan cat owners. One person said that their cat developed crystals in the urine, which means immediately, no, they need to have meat. There's no two ways about it. I don't think it particularly harms the cat, but you need to catch it early on and obviously then switch their nutrition around. But do make sure it's a complete cat food. It'll be pH balanced, it'll have the taurine. Basically, as far as we know about nutrition, it has everything added in that they need. Most cats seem to really thrive on it. As a nutritionist, promoting whole food, species specific to humans, I feel a bit hypocritical then giving a processed food to these animals that I share my home with. So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I certainly wouldn't judge someone for continuing to buy meat-based products for carnivorous animals that they love and they share their home with. And I feel desperately sorry, either way, you can't win. You can't win. So it's a real hard one, and I feel sorry for people who have to go through that decision. Michael ask you, 1600 is good for you. Awesome. Guys, comment below what would be your ideal time for me to come on. Your ideal time. I guess if I give up the PT and whatnot, I could come on anytime. So we'll see. 420 grow your own. Avocados are good. They have all good fats. Caldwell Esselstyn would question that, and he actually says that monounsaturates are almost as unhelpful as saturates. I don't know. I've not really looked into it. I will say he's the only man to have reversed heart disease with proof in peer-reviewed scientific or medical literature, so I wouldn't be too up for sort of going against him. And certainly, I think we need to be relatively low fat, because even the best fat sources typically have some saturates in there. And, trans fats, cholesterol, saturates, raise LDL, the number one cause of heart disease in humans. Well, if we're eating whole foods, we're not eating, plant foods, we're not eating trans fats, we're not eating cholesterol, but there are saturates in there. So, and the fact is, we need to be eating omega-3, omega-6, they're essential fatty acids. So say I just spent my 10% of my calories or whatever I'm going to target on avocados, which is omega-9, which is ubiquitous across the plant kingdom. I might be low on omega-3 and 6, but I will be, to be fair. So that's my perspective. Oh, Lewis supports me. The Husty. I've asked this question a lot of times now, but you've always skipped it or ignored it. My question is, are you still taking steroids? No, not for 5 years. 5 years. I basically blocked that word because I'm just sick of talking about it, really. And I don't know how it got free that time, but I don't see the question, basically, is the reason. You know, I'm here trying to talk about whole foods, veganism, and, you know, weight training on a vegan diet and just vegan. And, you know, particularly with, I don't mind answering people who are genuinely interested, but typically as trolls, like 9 times out of 10, and it just like gets in the feed, and I'm just bored of it, really, you know. No offense. I welcome like an honest like question. Fragama, hi Paul, can you please tell me some good plant-based sources of vitamin A? So there's no preformed vitamin A, which is called retinol, which is the animal version, which is a good thing because it's very easy. It's fat soluble. It's very easy for that to become like a toxic level. And I think, for instance, like there's some schools of thought that because dairy is so high in preformed retinol, that actually some studies have shown like the more dairy consumption, the more osteoporosis, like the more incidence of hip fractures, which is the #1 indicator of bone density. So it seems like high retinol. We do need vitamin A for bone density, but too much then makes brittle bones. And it's toxic as well, so it could harm us in other ways in high levels. But basically, we make all we need from plant precursors, which are the carotenoids. So alpha carotene, beta carotene, lutein, zeaxanthin, lycopene. There are others which escape me right now. And we're very low converters. Most carotenoids, you know, are wasted. A little bit of it then makes the vitamin A. So omnivorous eaters will say, well, the conversion rate's low. It's not good. You really need animal. No, the fact is, I basically take in thousands of times the beta carotene, you know, equivalent of vitamin A that I need. You need do you mean it's tiny amounts? So although it's a low conversion, you get loads of beta carotene with like coloured veg and fruits, like your yellows, your orange, your red. Actually in green as well. It's actually in your green veggies, which is one of the reasons why green veggies are really worth emphasising, because they're not just green. They have these other colours hidden within. You just can't see because there's so much chlorophyll, which makes it look green. You know, when leaves in autumn and they start to change colour, they lose the green and you see the yellow, orange, red. That was there all the time. The chlorophylls died off and now you can see it. So really, just eat whole plant foods. As I say, yellow, orange, red, greens. Yeah. As long as you're eating a calorically adequate whole foods diet and you're eating plenty of fruit and veg, you will smash your vitamin A needs. Beth, could you do more nutritional advice and PT on your YouTube videos? And yeah, I sure will. Oh, thanks, Impractical Banter. Mr. Alex, are you going to stop PTing now? No, I mean, basically I need to build up my income stream on YouTube. It's starting to go pretty good with the affiliate marketing and selling like our products, but the vast majority of money income is my PT and nutrition. You know, I do one-to-ones in an office, but I also do like online plans and Skype consultations. You know, and really I don't mind doing a few like nutrition plans and things, because they're relatively quick and they're relatively like good earners, versus you've got to be stood in a gym for like an hour. You know, and you can only ever earn, like, it's like time for money rather than if you've got a product to, you know, and then it all depends on how big your social media is. If 1% of your audience buys like a product from you, whatever, and you've got a massive audience, well, then you're laughing, and it's no longer kind of time for money at that point. You know, it can be, you know, what they call passive income when you're sleeping, and, you know, people can be funding your work, and so that's really cool. Oh yeah, and someone was asking how to donate and whatever. I think I may have skipped that question by accident. Yeah, but if you do want to support my work, if you appreciate what I'm doing, on here is the super chat button, bottom left, just like $1 little logo. And you can donate money there. Even the smallest amount of money, if a few people do that, that all adds up, and I'm so appreciative. So that's a super chat, and you also go to the top of the list of if you've got a question or whatever, so we get them answered. But it's not required. Anyone can ask a question, and I'll try and get to as many as I can. Other ways you could buy our merchandise. There's always a link in the description. Patreon. You also get access to all the past live streams as well, in case you miss one and you want to see them. They're kind of archived on my Patreon. And then if you buy any products which I promote, like the Vivo Life, I get a percentage of those sales, code HENGE10. It's all in the description box, basically. I've kind of forgotten how you can help me, really. Online plans and things, although I'm saying I want to cut down my PT and nutrition. Well, a plan doesn't take me so long to write up, so that's still really great. And we've got the clothing and merchandise. And then like sometimes people sponsor my videos, like a company might sponsor to put like a product placement and things, or, for Instagram pages. Trouble is, like, there's so few companies that align with my morals and ethics. Like, there's not many that I really want to sort of support, So I'm so glad Vivo Life came along with their Whole Foods, like multi-nutrient, as a Whole Foods promoting nutritionist. Like, I don't want to be promoting like chemically synthesized vitamins and minerals from a lab, so appreciative of those guys. Right, where was I? I'm just going to skip a bit more. And again, if I miss your comment or question, just pop it down again. I've gone too far back this way. Damien, you're very kind. Thanks, Lewis. Terry Press, Kai Paul, just trying your roast cakes with refried beans and toppings. Not bad at all. Yeah, I had it just now. It's such a fast, easy thing, isn't it? I think Derek Simnet just did a recipe video of how to make the refried beans from scratch with water. So that's probably a very good video if you want to make your own. I just get mine out of a can because I'm lazy. Not the best, but there's like 1 gram of oil in the whole can, and it's basically 2 cans worth of pinto beans. So a little bit of sodium, but I actually need a bit of sodium or I start cramping bad. Lawrence had a great conversation with a random person yesterday. She is a new vegetarian. So I took time to tell her about the dairy industry. She's very happy. Yeah, isn't that great? There's a guy in our gym, and he's quite a sort of macho kind of type. The last person I thought would be interested in like saving animals. And he said to me recently, did you know I've been vegetarian for 6 months? And I said, why is that? And he said he was speaking to a beef farmer, and the farmer basically gave up his business. He said, like, I know they know where they're going. Like, they know they're going to be killed. He says he can see it in their faces, and he felt like he was betraying them. And he had to stop doing it, and he got out. He got out of that industry. And this guy at the gym stopped eating animals because he saw the emotion in this guy's face, and that that it is real, and they do have feelings. And so off of the back of that, I said, do you know in the egg industry and the male chicks and the dairy industry and the male cows, and after 5 years the cows are killed anyway? And his jaw was on the floor, and he just said, thank you so much. And he shook my hand. And so there you go. We're not all pushy vegans, and sometimes people want to hear what's going on. I wish I'd have bumped into a pushy vegan years ago before. I didn't ever bump into a pushy vegan. I didn't know that there were any vegans about because they were so quiet. And I thought we had to eat animals, and I wish someone had told me earlier, So never be afraid to speak up. Oh, in practical banter, how do I donate? Oh, bless your heart. That is you asking that. Thank you. Facility time, bro. High reps with low weight until failure, or low reps with high weight until failure for hypertrophy. Probably. You know what is high and what is low, like that's kind of relative, isn't it? I suppose. So what I will say is I kind of target 6 to 12 reps on most movements. With a smaller movement, something like a shrug or a calf raise, wrist stuff, neck work. I'll kind of go higher reps, even up to about 25, because the range of motion is smaller. You have to do more reps to get the time under tension, which is the thing that elicits the hypertrophy. So yeah, most movements 6 to 12, small little movements, maybe 15 to 25 reps. Yeah. If you go much lower in reps, you're then targeting strength, and with enough volume, you will get mass, but it won't come as quickly. And if you go much over about 12 for your main exercises, that tends to get more into kind of stamina, and you're hitting different muscle fibers, which they only grow about 15% bigger, but they get fitter. Whereas the type 2 fibers are fast twitch, they grow 50% bigger. So they're really the ones that we want to target more often. Beth, will you be at the vegan camp out next year? I got there later on Friday after work was scared because I wanted to see. Oh, bless you. So, yeah, I'll probably be there. I've not been contacted to like speak there or anything. And I'm not too sure that well, I suppose it depends, but I noticed that a lot of the speakers didn't speak again like the second year and the third year running. So, yeah, I'll speak if I get asked, but I will probably be there anyway. So I really love to meet you. I'm at Veg Fest, by the way, if anyone's going there. I'll be at the Vivo Life stand pretty much all weekend. I'm doing a talk one day, like my plant-based gain speech, and another day I'm doing a panel with Vivo Life. All the Vivo Life ambassadors are going to be there. The whole crew is going to be so cool. Yeah, so please come and say hi. Chris Bruce, how long have you been vegan and how are they? 7 years. So at this point, all of my muscles are made out of plant. It takes 7 years to regenerate every single cell of your muscles, your musculature. And I'm 44, very young looking 44, and devilishly handsome, but can't pronounce devilishly. If tomatoes are a fruit, oil and ketchup and jam. Hey, my friend, I know your, not face, but name. Thank you for the love. I appreciate you. Mr. Alex, vegans don't have pets, they rescue animals. Do you know, I can't even bring myself to call the cats that live in our home with us pets anymore. That kind of feels like I'm sort of saying that I own them, if not. And to be fair, I feel like I'm their slave. They always like shouting at me to like serve them faster. How do you guys feel? Little jerks, cats, little jerks they are. They look at you while they're knocking like your stuff off the table and you're saying no, and they look at you and then they just do it anyway. They know what they're doing. Eloise, did you see the QI episode that said almonds, avocados, kiwi, butternut, squash and melons are not vegan? It's apparently the same as honey. What? Tell me more. Tell me more. I mean, bees don't have anything to do with that. What? Beth, there is someone on my Instagram that has a dog with health conditions, and he was told that he would only live a maximum of 6 years. He changed his diet for vegan. Wow, dog is 11. Yeah, the longest lived dog until recently was a vegan dog, and Bramble, she was 21. I want to say 21, I think. Yeah. So dogs are not obligate omnivores, whereas cats are obligate carnivores. So it's a bit more awkward. Lucy, I keep invertebrate animals. My scorpion can't live on a vegan diet yet. I wish her name is Sunday. My life food I provide with large, because lots of food, also work in the vets. Yeah, it's a hard one when you're vegan, isn't it? And you've got these animals that you love. And why have I only got 21 thumb ups? Why have I only got 21 thumb ups? Don't you love me? We're going to have a 30-second silence in honour of people thumbing up the stream a bit more. That's better. Good, good. I'm watching you. Scott Taylor, give Scott and Lauren a shout out. Yo, what's up, Scott and Lauren? How's it going? Scott and Lauren. You weren't the two who stayed at the guest house a couple of months back, no? I think that was a Scott and a Lauren. Maybe you another Scott and Lauren. Lewis Gado. For the production of most commercial meat-based pet food, no animals are being killed to make this food as a byproduct. Yeah, probably. Probably stuff that even humans won't eat in a hot dog. Do you know, if they could make pet food from like roadkill, or, you know, going forwards, hopefully the lab meat comes down, the technology in price, that's the easy option for our furry family members. I'm good, Chickpea Sunny. How are you, my friend? Now is just having a vegan burrito. I love vegan burritos. Oh, and there's 34 likes now. Thank you, guys. I appreciate the love. Impractical Banter is happy with any time past 3 p.m. I take it you mean 1500 hours. I had to work that out. I just saw someone saying that they dog fight, and oh god, I'm miles behind. What I want to know, if you dog fight, you're obviously a dog. How the hell are you pressing the buttons? How the hell? And I'm really sorry that you feel the need to try to negatively affect other people emotionally. You're obviously suffering, and your suffering is spilling over. So I love you, Nick Gers. I love you, and you don't have to act up here to get attention. You can just talk normally and be among friends. And if you eat animals currently, well, I was eating them not so long ago. I was eating more than anyone, so you know I can't criticise. We're all on a different journey, and there's no need to be unkind to people. You'll find you get on better in life if you're kind. You get so much more back. I used to be a horrible person. You know, I was a doorman, or very violent. Out of fear, I've learned. It's just out of fear that made me like that. You know, and then I choose to live out of love. And I noticed that when you help people, you get so much more back, and you feel the best feeling in the world is to do good for others. A lot of people miss that because they're acting out of fear, and they feel like they need to keep all their resources for themselves, so they're not generous. And yeah. Anyway, we love you, brother. There's no need for the negativity. You're better than that. I know you are. Right, where were we? Scott Taylor, we are not vegan, but we love your channel. Scott and Lauren, great educational content. I really appreciate your kindness, brother. That is really cool of you to say. Thank you. Isn't that nice? Beth, can you come to Nottingham Vegan Festival in November? Maybe. I feel like I took on about as many sort of gigs as I could. Like I did it early in the year and sort of planned out how much time I should really spend. So if it's on a Saturday and people are happy to fund my travel, like maybe. Certainly going forwards, as soon as I can go full time on YouTube, well then I will want to go to like all the events, because then it's it's just helping grow the channel, and have more time, because I'm not going to be stuck having to go to the gym to coach people on the daily. In an ideal world, I'd like to be traveling the world, really. Traveling the world, making videos. I mean, travel vlogs do really well, and it won't just be the same boring old setting that I'm in, and particularly when it's bad weather and you're stuck indoors. I'd like to travel. I'd like to meet new people, explore new cultures, see how the vegan scene is everywhere. I think that'll help grow the channel. And maybe maybe I will coach the odd person like PT as I'm traveling around, if they enjoy the content and they like the odd PT or nutrition plan or whatever. But really, I'd like to be able to fund myself and Gemma free YouTube, and just mostly be doing videos and streams and things. Why did I get onto that topic? Facility time, 6:30, please. Right. I'll bear that one in mind. Johan, how frequently do you have bowel movements? You should have bowel movements as many times as you have meals. So for me, it's about 4 times. And if you're not, then your intestines aren't working properly and you're at risk of colon cancer, among other things. Noah brings up a good point. I'm the man. Thanks, bro. Sam, what do you recommend for B12 supplementation? So Dr. Greger says 250 milligrams, under 50 or so, over 50 about, 2,500 milligrams or 7,000 milligrams for like over 50s on a weekly basis, however you want to divide that dose up. And that's cyanocobalamin, like the basic version. And his argument is there was a test where the more sexy version, the methylcobalamin, did not work for one of the recipients. So he prefers to suggest the cyanocobalamin. The trouble is, like, some people have a problem where they don't methylate well. So methylation is when we take in certain nutrients and we add on these other like molecules, and then that becomes the active version, which is what the methylcobalamin is. And maybe we lack enzymes, or just we've got a genetic defect and we can't do it. So those people would need methylcobalamin. There is a test to find out. I'm going to chat up 23andMe soon, which is a DNA testing company, to see whether I need it or not. I think you would know because you need to methylate other things like folate. So I think you would know. But it's worth getting that checked out. And in fact, currently I'm using a real souped up version of B12, which is in the fridge, which comes in a dropper. It's sublingual, and it is methylcobalamin with, I think it's called adenosylcobalamin. I don't know if it's like a new thing. It's meant to be well good. I don't know. So I'm using that, and there's actually methylcobalamin in my Thrive multi-nutrient supplement by Vivo Life, which I take. So I'm getting quite a lot of B12, but it's water soluble, so you just pee out any that you don't need. 420 Grow Ryan, do you have a fast? No, I don't think that's helpful for a bodybuilder, although some people's opinions vary because it ramps up like growth hormone a little bit. My perspective is you need really super physiological doses of GH to actually do anything clinically, like physically in the body. But I understand it does lower testosterone a bit when you go too long between feeds, which would hamper you. So I don't like it. Some people say they like it. Oh, Bob, can we get some more likes on this video? Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. What a great day filming yesterday. I had so much fun. Has vibes. Hi, Hench, how you doing? I'm good. New Dominion documentary out on PV. Oh, Plant-Based. Yeah, that is really great. Oh, good on them. Where are we? Nutritional yeast had B12. You can add it to your foods only if it's fortified with B12. But it is very rich in other B vitamins. So I sometimes add it to people's nutrition plans as to shore up any deficiencies in vitamin B. Failing that, again, that Thrive Living multi-nutrient has all the Bs in over 100%. So that's really good. Alex D, man, you really rock hard. I like you. You can come again. Fans to Gaza. Before I went vegan, I taught myself some skills that may become useful in an unfortunate situation. This took me to learn to fish, which I don't do anymore. Any idea how to pass these skills? Oh. So if things go really bad, we might need to fish to survive. So how do you teach kids to fish, but without harming the fish? I really don't know. I really don't know on that one. Get yourself plenty of canned beans and make be a doomsday prepper. Yeah, I don't know how you'd, unless you do like a bass fishing simulation on a computer. I think I've done that before. Yeah, I don't know, that's a hard one. It says, heard some carnivore diet guys like steroids, only 50% of people can convert. Yeah, no, that's BS. If not, half the vegans in the world would be dead. But they're not. um, 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 Facility time, Dr. Joel Kahn was a bit disappointing on Joe Rogan versus Cressy. I know why you're saying that, and I wouldn't even want to go on there because you know they're kind of going to gang up. And I think the problem really was that Cressy was just throwing these certain studies out, which not everyone's like read all the studies, and he was saying them as fact, but not disclosing that they were by the egg industry and people. So I think that was the main sort of problem, really. No, I think on the scale of things, I think he did a good job. Obviously, in hindsight, like it's so easy to say, "Oh, I'd have said this or that," and but when you're actually there, like it's a lot harder. I've been on TV like a couple of times, and even when it's a friendly, like not that was TV, that was a podcast, but you know what I mean. When it's a live or when it's a broadcast, it's so hard, because it is stressful, and that isn't even people like being negative towards me, and you still afterwards you think, oh, I should have said that, I should have said that. Yeah, so I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Patrick, friends of mine still trying to tell me that chicken's chicken fillet is lean and healthy. I know that chicken has lots of antibiotics. So what to tell them about overall unhealthy facts? Yeah, it's still going to have cholesterol. Like the most cholesterol in people's diet is out of chicken, actually. And so the fastest growing disease is kidney disease, which is animal protein drives that. And now we're, just in the West, like hyperfiltration is called, and it's just killing our kidneys because we were never meant to have high amounts of animal proteins meal after meal. Like if we were just to have it once in a blue moon, like our bodies would cope with it and they'd regenerate. But so many people are developing kidney problems now, and the sulfur containing aminos in animal products are the driver. And apparently when we get these proteins in plant products, they don't seem to damage. Maybe because they come with so many protective compounds. I don't know the science on it, but my understanding, I think there's a Dr. Greger video all about it, and he was saying that when the protein comes in this form of whole plants, it's not a problem. And there's a million and one other things. The biggest ever study on cancer and nutrition, the European Prospective Investigation into Cancer and Nutrition, EPIC study. They said for every 50 grams of chicken, something like a 76% more likelihood of pancreatic cancer, which is about the worst cancer you can get. Most people die from that within like a couple of years or something after diagnosis. So for every 50 grams, 76% more chance of getting this horrible cancer. Well, I was eating 500 grams of chicken breast a week because it's lean protein, bro. So that's something else. Greg up here. Hey, Paul, your videos are great and helpful. I was vegetarian 1.5 years, went full vegan at this. Yeah, good on you. And thanks for the love. Beth, why don't you do something like what Snatch Stephanie does? She's YouTuber too, but releases 12. Yeah. No, I'll tell you why, because these cookie cutter plans, they're no good. Everyone's like different. We have different caloric needs. People have different injuries, body types, like access to equipment. There's so many variables, and I couldn't do it. So basically, I write bespoke nutrition and workout plans for people currently, and I've got so good at it that, to be honest, I can do it fairly kind of quickly, as to where it wouldn't take too much time away from YouTube to do a few of those. So I'm happy to keep doing that, really. But yeah, I know what you're saying. It would be a great money spinner. I've had so many people contact me and say how disappointed they were with some of the top kind of vegan fitness people, and they paid for these plans, and they weren't cheap, some of them, and there's it's something they could have got off the internet for free. I'm not happy to do that really, but don't know, some sort of an app or something maybe, like that would be good. I don't know. We'll see. We need to do something. But thanks for the idea. I'm sure there's something in there somewhere. Peter Thompson's in the house. Oh, and Gemma's here. And why aren't you in your plant-based disguise? I've got you in the background so you can watch. So you get the watch time. Oh, you lovely person. You're watching Cowspiracy. Very good. Guys, I know I say it every live stream, but we want to get a vegan supermarket in Norwich. So if you can either donate towards that or just share or like GoFundMe, it's plant-based. It's called Plant-Based. It's going to be a supermarket and it's on the social medias. It's on GoFundMe. Please, can you help in some sort of a way, if possible? I'd really appreciate you and I'll give you a lovely kiss. That's graced you out, hasn't it? Has this jumped? Lawrence, I could be a pushy vegan, but find most times it just turns people off. You'll work playing your cards right. Yep. Lloyd Hardcastle, I've never met a pushy vegan, kind of glad very much even though I'm vegan and I enjoy all the stereotypes. I listen to their conversations. Oh. Amy Marie, you're amazing. You're amazing for noticing and being kind enough to tell me. Thank you. Richie, hard to avoid being a pushy vegan when it just clicks for big time, makes so much sense to people around you. But yes, sucks, doesn't it? Thanks, Michael. Lloyd's fact, my cat's trained me, not the other way around. Yeah, isn't it? Am I miles behind again? Let me just see. Oh, I'm a bit of a way behind. Vegan Lady Trucker, I might be confused, but are you my new Patreon? Because, and sorry guys, if you are patrons of mine, the last 2 live streams have got deleted for some reason. Basically, I needed to change my normal account into a brand account with, oh, sorry, I lost you for a minute there. Sorry. Bloody notifications keep coming up on my phone. They're meant to be disabled. What was I saying? I had to change my YouTube account from a normal account to a brand account, and it's messed everything up for me. YouTube are trying to work their end to sort it all out. But it's deleted my last 2 live streams off the Patreon. So if you are a patron and you watch the live stream, the replay, sorry about that. Don't know what's happening there. And I thought I saw a comment by Vegan Trucker Lady on the video. Well, I tried to get to it, it had gone, so I might have that wrong. But if that is you, thank you so much, you lovely person. Well, you donate like the last few live streams anyway, so thanks for that anyway. So that wasn't a wasted thanks, even if I was wrong. Lawrence, I can be a pushy vegan, but find it. Oh no, I've done that. Why is the stream stopped? Mr. Internet, there's a lot of Chinese girls that keep microwaving fish at my office. This smells like Atlantis hell, one for that way. Sends us spreadsheets. Make a complaint to the management or whatever. I would. Some of these smell, I think it's mostly frying of fish, but you get polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, which give you lung cancer. So like a quarter of lung cancers are put down not to cigarette smoking, but frying like meat and fish. Yeah, so that's something. Haha, Harry Lewis. Hey man, I currently live in Newcastle, originally from Norwich. Nice. Love seeing someone repping veganism in my home city. Congrats on the Viva Life deal too. Yeah, I'm so lucky to be affiliated with those guys. I understand that they get thousands of applicants, so I'm very lucky that they asked me. And you're from Norwich. Which part of Norwich? And what are you doing up in Newcastle? And thanks for the love, brother. Lloyd, you need Rhonda. Need to see that, mate. It's on YouTube, and yes, it's been related. Oh, it's been related. Oh, okay. I'll have a look. Vegan drama. Do you think we should be wondering about the amount of seitan we use due to its 80% protein? You don't want to go overboard on protein. I would invite most people who don't lift just to get like the minimum, like kind of 45 grams for a female, 55 for a male, and that's probably like more than enough anyway. And then a larger strength athlete, maybe some more would be a benefit. Try to get it from Whole Foods. Rather than seitan, which is like a processed food anyway. But it's the total that's probably the more of an issue, rather than where it's sort of coming from. Amy Marie, we are having an animal rights march in Arizona in November. Can you please come? I would love to come. If you got some way of raising some funds to fly me over there, I'll be there. Yeah. Eloise, they said it's because they put hives on trucks and take them to farms. It's a natural use of bees. They say it's because they put hives on trucks. Why do they put hives on trucks? What, when they're transporting the produce? John, what's your opinion about fasting? Not for me as a bodybuilder and as a whole. Oh, that is vegan chocolate. I thought that was you. I kind of had a feeling that would be. And I appreciate you so much, my darling. And message me on there because I've got to send you out a badge. Just my little token of thanks. It'll be a plant-based gains little badge. You can rock that and be the envy of all your friends. And thank you again. I really appreciate you. That's so kind. It's so nice. You lovely people. Fasting. I understand that the science is not really there yet, and they're sort of for and against. So as a bodybuilder, I don't see any bodybuilders really doing it, particularly not the larger ones. And what else was I going to say about that? As a whole foods vegan, I just would not eat enough volume of food. Like I want to eat lots of leafy greens and things that are low calorie, and it takes me all day to get through what I want to eat. However, some of my clients and other people, like anecdotally, they say that they're loving it. They say it's a benefit to fat loss. So I've not done it, so I can't poo-poo it. So each to their own. And thanks for liking my stream, Chickpea Sani. Big Black is in the house. Hey, everyone. Lloyd, I have no thumb up option. That's terrible. It should be next to where it says 58 watching now. I've not even liked my own stream. Oh, God. Can you can you show some workout routines on YouTube, like the kind of things you show your PT clients? There is a few. Like, to be honest, I used to do them quite regularly, and they never really got that much love relative to other videos. But if you look on my page and you look for training, there's like playlists. If you look for training or workout advice, something like that, there's a whole load on there. I've done about 800 videos at this point, I think. And a lot of them earlier on were workout routines, so you can have them for nothing. Lorraine Edie's in the house. Mr. Internet, if a cow attacks a human and he wrestles it to death by a nice headlock, cutting off her breath, would he be your friend? It was self-defense. I got headbutted by a cow a while ago. You can see it on one of my vlogs from like last summer, I think. And the reason that happened was because I got between her and her calf. I didn't unknowingly, And I just thought, oh, like you're trying to, you're worried about your little baby. And I just said sorry and backed off. And I thought that was beautiful. If a cow attacks a human, it would depend on the circumstances. If it was an evil cow, like trying to mug them, then I would be their friend. But if they were just defending the baby and the human like, got in their sort of space, they're not, and they were being an idiot about it, I would not be their friend. Vegan trucker lady, you are too kind. You should mention Patreon more often. Much stuff to you and Gemma. Thank you, my darling. You're the best. You're the best. I think you're later to the stream, so you might not have heard this, but I was saying to everyone, I've made the decision that I want to go full time on YouTube today. I love PT and I love helping people like one on one and the connection, but that just helps one person at a time. And if I see that person 4 times a week, then like that's 4 hours where I'm not making YouTube content and not reaching like thousands. So I'm done pussyfooting around, and people like you are helping me live my dream. So I'm so appreciative. Anyway, where are we? God knows. Lawrence is off. Arum Tatsat is saying, which we can only really agree to. Katsado, are your cosmetics vegan? I don't use cosmetics. I know there's probably a bit, I'm probably being a bit not gender neutral enough, and I'll probably get crucified, but I do not wear makeup. Not that I'm going to tell you about anyway. Terry Prisk, when my partner and I go shopping, I can't help shouting out, "When I'm alone," and give us your money. That's really cool. I love it. Race Lever's in the house helping out with a lovely man. Mr. Internet, I feel sorry for you being able to read every 15th comment. It's good though, it means it's getting busy in here, and that's nice. Lucy Brock, if someone fancies seeing some cool creepy crawlies, you can check out my Instagram link to my channel. They love to say hello. Oh, she's somewhat slow, good sir. How dare you? How dare you? Well, this has just jumped. Sorry, guys, my feed has just really jumped, and I don't know where I was. Here we go. Kindness is the magic. I like that. Vegan Emma, hey dude, sitting watching with my mum June. She went vegan age 67. That is really cool. 2 years in now. Please say hi. She loves you. Well, we both do. Oh, hi Emma. Hi June. Thanks for being vegan and being awesome people and supporting my work. And I love you very much. And the animals and the planet loves you. Alex, do you believe bees are sentient? Yeah, I believe they are. Obviously, there's like levels of that. But I think, animals seek pleasure, avoid pain, which is what humans do. We are an animal as much as we like to dress it up. I like that. Race Lever, if you aren't powerful enough to be kind, then you aren't really powerful at all. That's huge. Although I don't think you should always be kind to someone being a pushover. Yeah, too right. Walk soft and carry a big stick. It's one of my favourite sayings. Mike, I nearly said it. What vegan deodorant do you use? We've been using one of these sort of crystal, like salt rock type ones, but I'm not really overly sold on it. Mostly we get coconut oil and we get baking soda, and we just mix them together and put a little bit of that on. That works a treat. Vegan again. Hi there. Still following your fantastic channel. Wondering if you're still considering competing with the bodybuilding. Hi, lovely. I remember you. Do you know? I've sort of gone off the idea. Just the posing is such like a pain and hard work and takes more time out of my day. And I'm putting like an hour and a half into my training 5 days a week. So that's a lot of hours before you start. And like I'm like sore and tired and burnt out and I need to recover. And again, it just takes more time away from my ability to do YouTube and reach more people with this message. But I'm not going to say no. And you know, if by next summer, like, you know, I'm big and really ripped and someone says to me, oh, you know, someone who I really respect their opinion, and they say, oh, you need to be on the stage. And there's a good, like, coach who's up for really, like, training me good on the posing. Maybe it would be a good thing for bodybuilding if I'm in the correct shape. So I'm kind of 50-50 about it at this point, really. Kind of 50-50. Maybe is what I'll say. Another thought I had, and I thought this before, I'm thinking like, should I compete when I'm 50 for the first time? So I'm 44 now, and I feel that amount of time I'd be, you know, I'll be able to get more of my former like muscle mass back. And it feels, you know, because you do have like categories and it'll be like over 50. So if I'm just in the over 50s, I think I have more of a chance of doing better, you know, and I don't want to do a poor showing. So, yeah, that's something. And good question. Facility time, bro. Explore India. I would love to. Those people are so many of them spiritually minded. I love the culture. I love the cuisine, all the colours and the spectacle. It's amazing. Natalie, hi Hench, how do you feel about the zero waste, low impact movement? I really need to look into that. We're starting to make like changes, but I know if I looked into it more, I know I'd be disgusted with myself. You know, and again, it's that thing like you've only got so many hours in the day, and I'm trying to do all these things. But how I feel about veganism, like I know if just some simple logic, if I looked at zero waste and stuff, I know I'd feel the same way about that, and I'd be disgusted with myself for not looking at it. So, yeah, basically I'm an idiot. And I know that it's vital, and I probably don't realise how vital, or I'd be doing it. And I urge everyone to, you know, someone at the wrong house, I think. There's a strange man. Anyway, I'll carry on. Patrick, D2 or D3 wintertime? D3. Or 125 dihydroxycalciferol to give it its actual name. You don't hear that every day. James, Erica, hey Hench, whatever happened to Izzy? So she got busier with work. I wanted to put more hours into training, and it just didn't work out for us to carry on. But she's still doing wonderful things. Amy Marie just donated $10. Oh, you start for your plane ticket to Arizona. Oh, you little lovely. Oh, you awesome people. I really appreciate you all. Yeah, if I could like travel and spread the word of veganism and just before this YouTube thing, I was so introverted. In my younger years, I hid behind drugs and alcohol, and I took steroids to get big and like strong and scary because I was scared of getting attacked, and you know, I became a doorman. And really, I would rather have a fist fight than a conversation with someone, because I just had no social, no ability to socialize. I was so sort of phobic, and just through veganism, it's such an important cause, and you know, you get desensitized with exposure. So how I was terrified of combat, of conflict. But I was teaching martial arts, so I was thinking I need to actually get into some confrontation, because if I've not, how can I teach like self-protection, like having not really been there, you know? So I went through that, and then I kind of thought, well, if I can get through that, like risking my life, I surely I can get up on a stage in front of people and talk about veganism. Like it's the least I can do for the animal, like all the hundreds of animals that I've eaten, and when I didn't know better, and get on camera and get on YouTube and TV and radio, and I was really the last person to be able to do all this, but I don't know how we got on that tangent, and I can't remember what we're talking about. So I'll just carry on. But yeah, So no, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Now I'm really excited. I really love meeting new people. I've learned to like just ask questions and be inquisitive, and just connection is huge. It's one of our 6 human like needs, what they call human givens. And instead of being scared to meet people now, I really welcome it, and I love it. So veganism, it ticks my all these human givens, it ticks my boxes. So I've got certainty that I'm going to be financially okay. I've got a roof over my head. Got spontaneity. On here, like anyone can ask any question, and it's fun, and go to events and meeting people, and hopefully traveling and meeting people later on. What are the 6 givens? Do you guys know about this? And then there's significance. So, you need to feel like wanted in your community and like you're of service. So that obviously that ticks that, because people look up to you for nutrition and workout stuff and whatever. What's the other ones? Love and connection. So obviously you get tons of this with the vegan thing. And then the needs of the soul are to be of service. So, help and promote veganism, obviously, helping people with their health. Laszlo, Pyramid of Laszlo. So Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's not exactly the same, but it's on the same sort of lines. And the other one is expansion. So, having done YouTube now and expanded out of my comfort zone and, speaking on camera and things, before I would think, am I going to run out of stuff to say and get all tongue-tied and not be able to think of things and be scared to just come on camera like this? But you get desensitized by doing. And really can't remember. I got off on so many tangents, so I can't remember where we were going. So just do with that what you will. Where are we? Sarah Calderwood, I heard you saying coconut oil is bad for you. What about coconut meat and coconut water? I'm eating coconut now. Is someone else? Reverend Eslam. So my understanding is a little coconut flesh is okay, as long as your diet's not too high in saturates. If you eat a lot of coconut flesh, that would be bad. So in some countries which are mostly whole foods plant-based nutrition, there's one island, I think Kativa, where they have a little coconut flesh and a predominantly whole foods plant-based diet. Their heart health is great. And then if you look sort of Papua New Guinea way, Puka Puka, and they eat a lot of the flesh, and they have terrible LDL serum cholesterol. So I don't think there's many studies on their longevity or like records of them, but their LDL is through the roof, and that they will be getting a lot of heart disease. And again, like I believe we should be eating a lower fat diet. We do need the omega-3, omega-6. So if we're eating like coconut and avocado, we're not going to get enough nuts and seeds in, to keep the fats low enough to be healthful. So I don't totally avoid coconut. On a very rare occasion, I'll have a little coconut flesh, from a fresh, like a young coconut, or perhaps a little desiccated coconut in something, but it's not a large part of the dish, and it's certainly not a regular it's not a staple, if you see what I mean. Coconut water, I understand, it is okay. Although I will say there's no fibre in it, and it is sugars, so it might not be the best. And supposedly, I was taking it for sports performance, but Dr. Greger did a video and a series of studies he cited and says it's no better than plain water. And same for sports drinks, which seems mad, but that's what the science is saying. Sarah Calderwood, can you please link your supplements below, B12 particularly, please. So the B12 I take is by Epigenetics is the company. It's called Epigenetics. And it is a methylcobalamin with adenosylcobalamin. But Dr. Greger says we should be taking cyanocobalamin, so don't maybe just take my word for it. Kind of depends on your own biology, really. And we don't often, in terms of like B12 and DHA and D3, we don't have particular favourites. Like we'll kind of see who's got a good deal on at the minute, as long as it's vegan and it's not full of like additives. And then the other supplements, of course, I use Vivo Life protein powder and the Thrive multi nutrient, which is like a multivitamin mineral, but it's a whole foods powder rather than being a chemically synthesized tablet or whatever, which is a whole world of difference. And possibly the tablet causes more harm than good, according to the science. And you can get that from vivolife.co.uk, code HENGE10 for 10% off your purchase. Harry Lewis, when did you start lifting? 15 years old. I'm now 44. So it's going to be 3 decades any minute now. So that's that one. Reverend Islam, flesh and water. Okay. Intrepid Hope, I'm late, but hey, didn't we have an intrepid someone else a minute ago? And welcome to the stream. Wow, I've been going for an hour and 15. I was only going to do an hour, and I'm enjoying myself so much that I didn't even know. Right, I'll go for 90 minutes. I'll go for 90 minutes, and then I better spend some time with the little lady because it's not nice if not. Actually, I'll just have a quick word with it. Jem, do you mind if I do another 15 minutes? What are you doing?
15, did you say?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
What are you doing? Are
I was gonna ask if
you
you're
happy?
hungry. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll be hungry in 15 minutes.
Okay. See you then.
And Vegan Trucker Lady was our new Patreon,
Oh.
and she donated $5 on there as well.
Oh, lovely.
She's our best
Oh,
person.
She's lovely.
She's nice, isn't she?
Yeah.
Ha! We're
Cowboy,
so
coming
appreciative.
here to see you.
Yeah, Cowboy, come on the stream. Right, where were we? You're welcome, Patrick. Intrepid Hope, how do you feel about the I don't care about animals argument? I've been getting that a lot lately. Yeah, it's just a cop out, really, isn't it? And then if people really don't, I really go on the tack of like the health aspect, or you can bring up that new report which says within 12 years it's going to go terribly bad in terms of environment if we don't soon change. The number one thing people can do is stop eating animals, Race lever, Dr. Richard Burgess would have destroyed Crescent and Rogan, but Khan did okay. Yeah, I agree. Am I miles behind again? Veris, kindness almost always results in a strengthening of reputation, revenue, and influence. A strong will isn't required to be kind. Kindness isn't as a result of it. That was very deep. Tactical Nuke, do you know when Vivo Life Living Multi-Nutrients coming to the US? I don't know when exactly, but I think it's not going to be all that long. But I am hanging out with Josh Balding, who owns Vivo Life. On Tuesday, we're going to get a workout in Norwich, where I live, and we're going to for a bite to eat. And I'll ask him for you. I'll ask him. Lloyd, Joe Rogan is very impressionable. Interesting. Red as rad. It was probably a setup debate. Am I miles behind? Have I messed up and gone backwards by accident? I have, haven't I? Right, I'm going to skip forward somewhat. If I miss your comment or question, pop it in again, and I'll try to get to as many as I can. The vegan drummer. I'm starting a podcast for vegans. Would you be up for a Skype interview on one of the episodes? I'd love to do everything, but again, because time is so limited, I have to really try to think what's the best use of me. So probably a startup podcast. I'll probably say no for now because it probably wouldn't reach that many people versus if I make a video and can reach more people. Do you see what I mean? I don't mean to be unkind. When I first got a bit more, when I first started all this, I just used to say yes to everything because, you know, it's nice to be asked for one thing, and thank you for asking. What was I saying? Yeah, and then over time, like I got, you know, the channels growing, and then like more and more people are asking, and it would be something like, oh, someone's doing like a magazine, like a fitness magazine or a vegan magazine for their university project, and can you do an interview, and you know, just you know, you can't do everything. So I've started saying no to most things now. So sorry about that. So probably not really. Just because I want to make the best use of my time and reach the most people I can. But you know, once you blow up in the next like year or two, you know, give me another message, and maybe I will. You know, and good on you for doing that. That's brilliant. I'm miles behind, aren't I? Natalie, never give up on the 6 Gibbons. What you're saying, Gibbons? Red is red. Since you've changed your mentality, would you try to reason with someone before turning a situation physical? Yeah. The last time someone was kind of kicking off was this homeless guy, and he was rearing up at these couple of girls who were doing outreach, and I got in between them, and it was like escalating, and I'm talking with my hands, which really, it's my guard. And when people come too close and they've got like ill intent, I'll like blast them to create like a safe reactionary gap. Very important to put that on your police statement. And then the second or third time they touch my fence, I'll take it that they're attacking, and I would just knock them out basically. But he was like sort of saying, he was gone on this weird tangent saying, oh, like, because I was saying we're trying to help end suffering, and he was saying you'll never end suffering. Did your mum and dad ever give you a cuddle? He'd gone on this weird tangent, and I was saying how we're trying to end suffering, and my brain told me he's telling you that he's suffering. You're saying you're trying to end suffering. And I said, oh well, I'll give you a cuddle, and he just sort of stopped and said like, really, whatever. And I opened my arms, and we had a cuddle, and he just started crying his eyes out, and he said thank you, and he walked off, and that was the best feeling of my life. Yeah, everyone's like jaw was on the floor because it was getting very like heated, and the other like dozens of times that I've been in that situation, every single time ended up in the same way. That ended just as quickly, but with love instead of fear as the impetus of how I acted. Yeah, that was huge. Lorraine, it's a shame you don't watch TV because I think you'd love some short comedy series. Derek, I saw that, but isn't that quite old now? Well, not really old, but I remember watching it, Derek. Yeah, that was funny, like in an old people's home. Is that the one? House Vibes is off. Pasqualito de Jesus. I don't know what this is, but you look cool. And I wish you were my dad. I don't have one. I wish you'd buy me cute food. Please, I'm begging you. I'm only a little boy. Okay, son. Adopt Jesus. Oh, bless you. You sound like a good person. Lorraine, sorry, Derek's not on TV, it's on DVD and probably Netflix. Do you know, I'm not adverse to watching like the odd show on Netflix, you know, where I don't want to be bombarded with ads and whatever. And we don't watch a lot of sort of, you know, screen time. Really, we don't have a lot of that. We watch a bit of YouTube to keep up to date with the other vegan YouTubers. See what the opposition is doing. I mean, my fellow team members. But we watch a bit of Rick and Morty on occasion. I'm glad that they've got a new series in the pipeline, or 7 new series, I think. Do you guys watch Rick and Morty? What are you guys' favourite shows? As I said earlier, I was hanging out with Harry Curtin of Peaky Blinders yesterday. We were doing a film shoot, or a video shoot. I've heard great stuff about that. Do I need to watch that show? Who watches it? Lou, what is for dinner tonight? Jem? I don't know, because Gemma's making it and she's deaf. Eloise, been using my knowledge of the five freedoms and talking to people doing cubes and events seem to agree with me more and go away thinking about going vegan. Yeah, five freedom. I know about that. Yeah. Who was talking about that a couple of years back? Do you know the guy Ali Taremi? Iranian guy. He's been on in a few other YouTubers' videos. Real cool guy. I think that's what he used to talk of. Oh, why has this jumped again? Race Lever wants me to do a 24-hour live stream. Lorraine, has Gemma gone out to buy you some more toilet roll? How dare you? I do big poos, to be honest. There's a fair comment. Jason Brassett, Hench, you've inspired me to start a YouTube channel. Awesome. Yeah, it's one of the best ways to reach people, really. You know, YouTube gets more love than TV these days, so that's very good. Simao Ramos, macrocytosis without anemia. I don't know what that word is. It looks like a very fancy word. Macrocytosis. I'd have to Google it and then I'll just look like a bigger idiot. But I am going to look that up later on. Oh, it's looking it up for me. So I've got a new MacBook Pro. Macrocytosis is the enlargement of red blood cells with near constant hemoglobin concentration is defined by mean corpuscular volume of greater than 100 femtoliters. The enlarged... Oh, God. What have you swallowed a dictionary? Followed a dictionary. Echo 1307, what is your opinion on Unilever going cruelty-free? I didn't know about that, but it's got to be good in it. It sounds like it. Katsadu, I understand the point of saving animals, but why do most vegans put animals before humans? Do most vegans put animals before humans? I wouldn't say that's a thing. Like, what question would you save a dog? Like that question, will save your dog a stranger human if you need to choose. Oh, would you save your dog or a strange human if you had to choose? Well, I think most people would save their companion animal, I would have thought, vegan or non-vegan. But isn't it normal to save your kind first? Only if you're speciesist. I love this quote. How should we treat others? There are no others. If someone has the capacity for love, for fear, you know, to scream like under the knife, like what difference does it make which species they are? And I think if we only want to save humans, then is that because we're humans and we want people to save us? Like, is that acting out of fear? And, you know, what if you're saving Hitler or like condemning Lassie to death? It's not all black and white, I think. Yeah, I agree with Race Lever. Most meat eaters will save their dog before a stranger. Yeah. Stoke Pusher. Watch Moby's latest upload. He's got a big heart for his animal friends. Okay. I like Moby. Nice. Thanks, Vegan. Thanks for understanding, Vegan Drummer. It feels horrible that you can't, like, do everything. So I appreciate you being so understanding. Aris Games, any response videos? Yeah, I will do. I wanted to do something about Chris Cressera and whatever, and then when Charles Poliquin sadly passed away, and he's eating, you know, like a Whole Foods based diet, you know, and you know, he had a heart attack. So he promotes eating meat, which is really sad. But he was great. He was a great strength coach. He's one of the best. And but yeah, I just didn't get around to it in time because I'm too busy PTing and whatever, which is one of the reasons I want to go full time on YouTube so I can keep more current. You know, response videos do really well, don't they? But it's hard when you've got other things to, you know, you've got to bring the money in. Lloyd, what do you think of Joey Carbstrong? I love that man. We've hung out a lot. We've done collabo videos in the past, and I think he's amazing. Yeah, we've got a similar backstory, really, how we were silly boys in our youths, and we've turned that round, and now we act out of kindness and love instead of fear, and we've got a healthy lifestyle instead of a unhealthy lifestyle. Family freedom, such a beautiful story, and crying faces. Thanks, bro. Yeah, that was so amazing that day. Katsado, humans gave you electricity, car, computer, etc., not the dog. Dogs also didn't invent nuclear devices. Think about it. Oh, God, it's jumped. Yeah, Derek was in our people. Yeah, that was a funny show. I did like that. I don't like Ricky Gervais in a lot of things, but that was really, from my perspective, funny. Twisted Hippies in the house. Hypercoders into a bit of Rick and Morty. Oh, Chickpea Sunday. I've been watching Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad. Yeah, I saw that. Breaking Bad was such a good show. Hi, Rise. Have you tried the Impossible Burger? No, I wouldn't try that. It would gross me out and probably have harmful compounds in it, I'm guessing. But I'm glad that it exists for the animal's sake. Hypercoder, have you ever heard about problems with anonymous voice, like problems with transparency? Have you heard about that? I've not really looked at all that. I sort of stay away from all that infighting and things and just try to focus on being the best help I can for the animals. Oh God, it's jumped again. Chickpea, don't follow dictionaries. They don't like it much. They get scared, don't they? They get scared. ABS 70s in the house. Hello. Might be healthy vegans doing a good job of exposing Cressy. Yeah, they do good work, don't they, Race Lever? 420 Grow Your Own. What do you think about eating garbanzo beans and lentils every day? Two of the healthiest things you can eat. Oh, I heard recently that lentils have the most antioxidants of all the legumes. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, get them in you, I say. I sees you is in the house. Oh, I'm up to date. Lloyd Hardcastle, loved your work, though. And a comment got deleted, so I don't know what he said. Am I up to date? What's occurring? I'm up to date. Wow, and we've done the 90 minutes. Okay, right, I'm going to sign off there, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to try and get on most evenings, as I say, maybe about 6 p.m.-ish. So either it'll be a live stream or a video. 9 times out of 10, like most evenings, I will be on now. So do expect to see me. And I really love that you all come and join in this stream. And I love to see our little community and you're all communicating together and we're spreading the love. If you're new here and you want to optimize your health or sports performance without harming the animals or environment, I'd love to have you become a part of the community too. Put my teeth right. So hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon so you're notified of new videos, new live streams. But as I say, do expect to see me about 6 p.m. most evenings. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for the ones of you who've become patrons. And guys, yeah, if you want to see any of the back catalogue of live streams, if you become a Patreon for as little as $1 a month, you have access to all those. If you donate $5, I think you get like an awesome sticker. And if you're really kind and you donate $10, you get a metal badge. And you get my appreciation for helping me live my purpose and spread veganism. Guys, thank you so much. What day is it? I'll probably have a video up tomorrow night. So it'll be behind the scenes of shooting with some celebrities, which, yeah, It's going to be an amazing video. You'll see the finished product like mid-December. It'll be all over the internet, and an advert that I shot with some celebrities yesterday. But you'll see a bit behind the scenes and some of the celebrities and us hanging out, so that'll be nice. And probably we'll do a live stream the next evening. So thanks for joining, and thanks Race Lever for your awesome wielding of the monkey wrench. Monkey wrenches are vegan, aren't they?